Fucking look at that Supra.
I stink for them.
Is that a Supra?
Oh, no way, bro. Supra.
Oh, I'm free. So we've got the Civic all strapped into the hub-centric dyno.
Checking the oil.
Checking the oil, shitting himself.
No, there's oil in it.
Everything seems to be in order, so I think we're good to go.
Right. No.
The problems we've encountered so far is this boost clamp came firing off. The wastegate originally wasn't opening, but we boosted it up and it started to open. Everything else is fine inside the engine bay. It's boosting fine to half a bar. And the other problem we got is it was running too lean because one of the O-rings on the fuel pump was not sitting properly. So we've pulled the fuel pump out and it's getting that back in now. We've just sorted the problem, well hopefully we sorted the problem. When we got that back in, hopefully we can continue mapping. But yeah, it's loud as fuck, it's aggressive as fuck. When that screamer opens, it is freaking raw, ridiculous. The air injectors are all fine, it is literally that fuel pump issue. Fuel rail is all fine, that's perfect. But yeah, it seems to be going all okay.
Right, so it's been 2 hours since we've been here. Had a few solenoid issues and fuel issues. Right, so we are all done with mapping and my heart can actually finally rest. So basically, Jessie just sent it full send. It maxed out at about 13 PSI, which is just under a bar. Bar's 15 something, isn't it?
Bar's 15.2.
Right. And it made 335 brake horsepower and at the wheels 294 at the wheels. So the chinky spoolie boy done the job.
Yeah, for how long?
For how long, that is debatable, but and yeah.
So the first problem,
Shitty boost clamp.
making no PSI because it's just whopped off. So yeah, we're going to try and sort this on the roadside, but we'll get it sorted.
Right, okay then. So it's now 2 days since we went and saw Jessie for mapping and all that good stuff, and it's been running spot on, absolutely spot on. We've got, obviously there's still a couple of teething issues to work out, like maybe a couple nuts that weren't fully tight. So I had 2 exhaust blows on just after mapping, so we got this shitty exhaust gasket that's literally just falling apart, and then we got the worst blow. That was the turbo to manifold gasket, and that was blowing so bad but easy enough to change. Spent 40 minutes, changed them both, and yeah, well, let me just pop the hood for you. I've just got it sitting there idling at the moment, just so I could test if there's any blows still. Yeah, I know it's tappy, but as everyone knows, K20 injectors are mad tappy. But yeah, so it's all up and running, all good. And here is our dyno sheet from Torque Developments on the hub dyno. So this is both wheel horsepower. So torque is in foot-pounds. So we made 229 foot-pounds of torque at the wheels and 295.6 brake horsepower at the wheels, which equates to 340 brake horsepower at the crank. I mean, wheel horsepower, obviously not brake, so but it equates to about 340 brake horsepower at the crank. Shut up, you. So yeah, 340 brake at the crank, and I haven't done a calculation for the torque, but it's a decent amount of torque, like honestly. Oh, you can feel the torque is so much more usable now as well. Even at low speeds and you want to pick up a bit, just tap the throttle and it's just straight off. No Honda torque issues anymore. But yeah, no, she absolutely flies. It's because obviously this video will be going up Saturday and it's only Sunday now. So during the week, I'm gonna try, hopefully I can get a dry day. I'll get a couple pulls in that and see how it actually goes, because at the moment it just lights the wheels up, honestly. I've got terrible tyres on it, so I need to spend a bit of dough and get some half decent tyres on it. But yeah, other than that, it's very, very successful, I'd say. Like nothing's gone wrong. The only issues we had are on mapping day with Jessie is we had a fuel pump issue, because the Chemzo is just a little bit too big for the cradle, so it wasn't pushing against the pickup fully enough, so the O-ring was sitting out. So every time it was demanding fuel, it was just pushing the O-ring further and further out, so it was just bypassing straight back into the tank. So we just whopped a couple cable ties on that to keep it up tight to the O-ring. Good as gold now. Yeah, when we had that issue, we was at 90% duty on grams, 1000cc injectors at 260 brake horsepower, I think, something stupid like that. So now that was all cushy, and then, but before that, we had an issue with the Freeport where I plumbed it in wrong. So we just wasn't opening the wastegate. The wastegate just was not opening. So we was running up to a bar, hitting boost cut, that's it. So just moved around some of the pipes. Wastegate opened, solid 7 psi spring, and it now runs 13 psi throughout the board, which is very nice. Why does that feel like shit? So now that everything on the power side of it's all done, cushy, hopefully the issues start to just wear down and it all just works fine. I can actually start focusing on like getting the car back to like looking nice and that, because the inside is an absolute state, like absolute state. So I'm not going to show you that, but we all Gucci, bruh. So massive shout out to Jessie Halford at JCal ECU Calibration, because he is the absolute man. Got like anti-lag and shift light and all that good stuff as well. So you'll see it when I actually get a dry day. Hopefully I'll get a dry day before Saturday so I can do some actual pulls. But yeah,